Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Short-term XRP holders will get wrecked. They will lose most or a lot, if not all, of their holdings in terms of what it's actually worth. Not in terms of quantity of XRP necessarily, though of course that can be a part as well. Whereas people with a longer-term mindset, true hodlers, those are the people that I believe will get rich. And it's so interesting to me. Consider that, for instance, I'll just use myself as an example. Look at good old Moon Lambo here with a silly ass name, right? Well, I've been accumulating XRP for almost 3 full years. I've been in the space a little over 3 years. I actually finally tapped the pause button a couple months or so ago because I realized if I don't stop now, at some point I have to call this an addiction and a problem. So it's like I finally was like, okay, that's enough, Moon Lambo. You just tap the pause button for a little bit. But I did very diligently purchase for 3 years. So that's a long-term mindset. I've still never sold a single XRP. And so none of this is an accident. All of what I'm doing has been perfectly by design because I'm perfectly capable as a 37-year-old man to not act like a child, right? In terms of my buying and selling, right? Fine, I've got a playful personality, fine. But in terms of execution here, my gosh, I will be Mr. Patient. I am emotionally bulletproof when it comes to these volatile markets. And it's so funny that I was down on my investment in XRP for almost the entirety of that 3-year experience, right? It's only been very recently when the market has entered a bull phase again where XRP has picked up along with the rest of the market, and now it's pretty good here. And I really do believe it's just the beginning. That's my humble opinion here. And so it's comical to me to know that people waited until XRP started to rally and then it became attractive. It wasn't attractive when it cost way less. No. They wanted it to go up in price, to see that direction. And then once it got up to 75 cents, close to 80 cents, what did people do? They FOMO'd in, fear of missing out. They FOMO'd in. And then it did go back down because there are always retracements. You know, that's, if you got eyeballs and know how to look at a chart, even if you're not a professional at that, you can see, retracement. You have to know retracements are going to occur at some point. And so that happened, then XRP went back down to whatever, 45 cents, somewhere thereabout. And so people jumped in closer to its local high of close to 80 cents and then sold at 45 and 50 cents. This is what humans do. This is how you get wrecked. This is what I'm not going to do. I'm taking a measured approach to all of this. And so just being aware of the human psychology behind this and how in the past market cycles have occurred, both in the crypto asset class and hell, even just look at the stock market, understand it's the same human genetic material that results in these very poor decisions, whether it's volatile crypto or the stock market, which is historically less volatile. And so it's just be aware, avail yourself of this information. And so that's why I wanted to share this from you. This is a blog from cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. Man, I kind of want to call them coin mess because every single freaking time that there's volatility, it's like their system like kaput is go offline. So hopefully they get a handle on that. Nothing against Coinbase. When their platform works, I actually enjoy it. I think it's well designed and all that. But they've really got to figure out how to scale because it's amazing to me that given that they've had 3 years to prepare for this since the last market cycle, and they knew it would get nutty, that they're still having troubles, in case you guys aren't aware. But nonetheless, here we are. So I wanted to share just part of what they had to say here. And this was written by Brian Armstrong. This is the CEO and co-founder of cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase. Like all asset classes, crypto markets will rise and fall over time. And as we witnessed in 2017, we'll occasionally see strong market rallies where prices will rise quickly and aggressively. While we're always excited to see increased interest in crypto, it's also important to point out that this is not only a time of high volumes, but also price volatility. We believe that crypto is a truly game-changing innovation, and at Coinbase, we take a very long-term view of the market. While it's great to see market rallies and see news organizations turn attention to this emerging asset class in a new way, we cannot emphasize enough how important it is to understand that investing in crypto is not without risk. For one, crypto can be a volatile asset class, often more so than the types of traditional financial instruments that most investors are used to. For example, this means that the market can move in either direction much faster than equity markets. And while we offer a full range of trading tools for traders to take advantage of market conditions, we likewise caution investors who may be focusing on short-term speculation and encourage customers to seek out resources and consult financial advisors to better understand the risks associated with investing in cryptocurrencies. For those who believe in the potential of crypto, we also all have to believe that we're still in the very early stages and that there's a lot more to come. And I think that's a responsible thing that was written here, this perspective. I just, there's a reason I wanted to put that out there on the channel, because I know how people, especially if they're new to crypto, come in and just make terrible emotional decisions. And so, look, I'm not telling you to buy or sell. To be clear, I don't have a financial background. I am not offering financial advice. But I am saying that making emotion-based decisions when it comes to buying and selling any asset is a terrible idea. Just get help from a financial advisor if you want to, which I am not. Collect data, make informed, logical decisions. And to me, that makes sense. But purchasing or selling based on emotion is horrendous. And so I wanted to share with you my personal journey here, because this, for me, depending on how long this market cycle goes to the upside, I mean, what if it climbs for years? I mean, I actually wouldn't hate that. It'd be a fun few years. But then understand that you're talking about like my journey going through 2 market cycles, like just to sell XRP to the degree that I'm probably going to if it gets to the price levels that I think it could. I mean, we could be looking at, like, for me personally, total, like, a 6-year journey. And I'm fine with that. Like, and maybe it ramps up a lot over the next 12 months. Like, all sorts of analysts are calling for that too. I'd be cool with that too. But I'm just saying that sometimes markets, to the upside, once you enter that bull phase, sometimes they go for years. And I would not be bitching about that. So I'd be perfectly fine with a climb like that. And so knowing, and I am firm on this, I'll be fine with that. And so to just know that people can't hold XRP for more than several days, it's a cause for alarm for me. And this is all risky. I get it. I totally understand it. I'm not pretending it's not risky. I'm just sharing with you that I'm taking a measured approach here, and I'm leaving the emotion out, and I sleep easy at night, and I've only invested in what I'm willing to lose in case this doesn't go the way that I think and hope that it will. But I am Mr. XRP Bull for a reason here. And to give you an idea, because look, he cited here too, early stages. We're in the early stages of crypto adoption. Can I illustrate that a little bit further for you? Here's a tweet from XRP Crypto Wolf. And he wrote, "The world total stock market cap hits $100 trillion. And this was just a few days ago. But take a look at this, man. $100 trillion. And as I'm recording this, I actually didn't check what the market cap for the crypto asset class is right before recording this, but it was probably somewhere around, like, I don't know, 630 billion. Not even 1 trillion. So, like, the stock market total cap, it's damn near, like, close to 200 times greater than the market cap for the entire crypto asset class. My friends, this is what makes it possible to recognize tremendous gains. It's because the markets are supremely illiquid compared to any other asset class on the planet. And as a result, that represents, to me, it's a true representation of value, because it doesn't require that much money flowing in to get this doubling, tripling, quadrupling effect, so on and so forth, of crypto assets. And we know that XRP, along with every other altcoin, in a general sense, is just following the price action of Bitcoin. And I really don't think that Bitcoin's going to be going away anytime soon. I don't know about you. I personally don't. Now, I do have fair critiques of it, and I think it's reasonable. Like, I don't want to pretend like XRP or Bitcoin doesn't have any sort of downside. I don't think it's going to be one coin to rule all. So it's not like these cryptocurrencies are superheroes wearing capes. Like, that is not the case. Maximalism is silly. But it is going to be neat to see what happens here. It's going to be fascinating. Here's a headline from You Today. Number of unconfirmed Bitcoin transactions surges to highest level since October. Take a look at this. The Bitcoin mempool is getting full again following the cryptocurrency's rally to $23,777. There are currently 125,346 unconfirmed transactions, which is the highest level since late October. And so don't forget, while XRP can handle about 1,500 transactions per second on chain, Bitcoin can only handle like 5 to 7. It's ridiculous here. And so you can think about what happened in 2017 when fees got up, and I believe they cited it in this article too. They got up till at 50. Yeah, here they go. $54.90 is the number they cited. And I remember that. I remember that very clearly. And then XRP at the same time was fractions of a penny, even during its entire rally, just fractions of a penny, because it's much better technology. And so it just makes me wonder, like, given that I don't think we ain't seen nothing yet, son, in terms of real world adoption, extreme volume, what's going to happen when a single XRP, or not XRP, Bitcoin transaction hits like $100? Or what if it gets up to 200 or 300 or 400? At some point, are these people, is that going to be something that people are going to participate in? And that's why you get XRP community members like Galvatron rightfully bringing up this concern. I mean, like, what is going to happen during this market cycle? Because Bitcoin's been thoroughly tested for the last, roughly 12 years, but it hasn't been tested in this way. We know humans are willing to pay over $50 for a Bitcoin transaction, but what happens when it gets even more out of hand? When are people just going to cry uncle and be like, okay, nope, I'm out, and no longer participate? And to what degree is that going to affect the long-term adoption viability of Bitcoin? Well, look, it's not like the people that purchased before that are firm on the value of this. I don't think that they're just going to be necessarily exiting. So maybe those people won't care, but maybe it still works out. Maybe it does. I'm not saying no. It's just, this is an unknown. I don't care what the Bitcoin maxi trolls want to say. Bitcoin has not been tested in this way, and so they want to pretend like it hasn't. Look, it's been around, the most powerful computer network on the planet, blah 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 blah, all that crap. Okay, but it hasn't been tested in this way, and so maybe people will continue to adopt it and use it as a store of value. And maybe if that's all it's getting used for, assuming Lightning Network never works, and maybe it will, but if it never does, if it's not technologically viable, still maybe Bitcoin continues to get adopted here. And I hope so. Like, I prefer that. I own Bitcoin. I would like for it to continue to do well. But I suppose if you're just using it as a store of value, and if it's for the type of people that are long-term, like, okay, I know it's outrageous right now because there's high volume, but I'm not going to sell it for, it's a store of value, so maybe sell it never, or sell it in a decade, then maybe it could start to make sense. And maybe people are just going to be careful about timing when they're moving their Bitcoin around. Maybe there are workarounds for a lot of people where it's just like, okay, the people that really want to participate now, if they're willing to pay these crazy fees, and then everybody else, we understand it's not going to be like that every second. And so maybe I just kind of time the market in that sense, in terms of when network fees are less. But it is going to be fascinating to see what this looks like. And so I want it to do well, and I still think it perhaps can. Other people say, no, this is the Achilles heel of Bitcoin and it will make it crumble. And I'd say maybe. I'm not completely convinced of that. But I bring it up because it is a fair critique, and it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. I think over $50 per transaction is nutty. But man, when you start to talk about hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which realistically could happen this market cycle, I don't know if that's going to change people's minds. And then you've got XRP, mind you, that still will be fractions of a penny per transaction, and it settles in 3 to 5 seconds. There is no comparison, my friends. Technologically, XRP is superior. Love to hear what you guys think, though, but I will go ahead and wrap it up right here. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.